County's Building Better Communities Bonds program was crucial to helping make this building a reality, and we look forward to working closely with you and Miami-Dade County on projects to benefit our businesses and residents, and we feel fortunate as you honor us today not only with your presence, but your support during this very special event. Now it is my pleasure to introduce our city manager. Peter Iglesias leads the city and a team of more than 1,000 strong. I am fortunate to work closely with him in my role as chamber president, and I can tell you that we are lucky to have a leader of his caliber and commitment in our midst. And to him, this new public safety building was a labor of love. This is a manager that, as an engineer specializing in structures, has been intimately involved in this project. Thank you, Peter. This project will be one of your many legacies in our City Beautiful. I know today is a proud day for the entire team, but very special kudos to you for bringing this project to fruition. Mr. Manager, the podium is yours.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Commissioner Relado, for celebrating with us today this important milestone the City of Coral Gables has achieved. We're happy to start the new year with the opening of this building. As you can imagine, just like the rest of the world, the COVID-19 pandemic brought many challenges to our city and this project. The building was designed pre-pandemic, but was built during the 2020 pandemic. Constructing a building while being 6 feet apart and wearing masks added challenges, as you all may imagine. Despite these challenges, I am proud to say that we completed construction of the state-of-the-art facility on schedule. Most of the land was purchased from Armando Codina, who was nothing but thrilled about having this city building as close as a close neighbor, as are we to have him as a neighbor. There are many people who have been part of making this building a reality. Construction manager, the Whites Company. Project architect and engineer, ACOM. And threshold engineer, Douglas Wood and Associates. All collaborated with the same goal in mind. Ernesto Pino, our city project manager, gave it his all, with his commitment not only to get the job done, but to get it done correctly and on time. I would like to recognize Ernesto Pino today for his great work on this project. Thank you, Ernesto. I would like to thank our City Commission, Mayor Raul Valdes-Fowley, Vice Mayor Vince Lago, Commissioner Patricia Keon, Commissioner Michael Mena, and Commissioner George Force for their support through this project. Their desire to expand our city's infrastructure so that Coral Gables can continue to provide top-rated services to our residents and business was their goal. This building is innovative in many ways. It's a highly resilient structure that can power itself for 2 weeks, and includes a state-of-the-art EOC, or Emergency Operations Center, a 911 call center, and a Community Information Center. EOC operations in this building will provide increased operational capabilities during emergencies. The 911 call center will use the latest technology and will provide more efficient communication with the residents and first responders. Also, this building has a high-tech training center that will provide our police officers and firefighters the latest tools to ensure operational excellence. So now I would like to welcome the residents of this building to their new home. Welcome, City of Coral Gables first responders, police and fire. Welcome home to the 911 operators, the IT department, along with the communications division. I speak as a city manager. I speak for the mayor and the commissioners when I say that we hope this facility propels you to continue to exceed our residents' and businesses' expectations of the very important work you do for them. I'm proud of this accomplishment, and I thank all that have made this a reality, especially during such a difficult time. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Manager, and I appreciate your reference to our friend, Mr. Armando Codina. He could not join us today, but if you look behind me on the facade of his building at 2020, they have unfurled 2 flags just now in honor of our police and our fire. Thank you, Mr. Codina, and our friends at Codina Partners. Now it's my pleasure to introduce Chief Marcos de la Rosa. For the past 7 years, Coral Gables has been fortunate to have Chief de la Rosa leading the fire department. Not only is he a great leader, but he has led this department to achieving re-accredited agency status with the Commission on Fire Accreditation International for the 5th consecutive time. That is quite a feat. And now the team is excited to be able to work from this state-of-the-art building where the Regional Emergency Operations Center is also housed. So not only will this building house Coral Gables government during a crisis, it will house neighboring municipalities as well. These include West Miami, South Miami, Pinecrest, Palmetto Bay, Sweetwater, and the University of Miami. What a fantastic way to have a coordinated team approach. Thank you, Coral Gables, for always leading. Chief, please join me.
Thank you, Mark, and I'd like to welcome everybody to the dedication of this great facility. Thank you for joining us on such a momentous occasion. I'd like to personally welcome and thank our mayor, our commission, and our community partners that are present here with us today. This has been a year of many milestones for the Coral Gables Fire Department. We began with unveiling the remodeling of our Riviera Fire Station, Fire Station 2. And today, we mark our second major construction project in this year, which is the opening of this beautiful facility. This showcases our commitment to our firefighters. It showcases our city manager's commitment to the strengthening and reliability of our critical infrastructure. It showcases the commitment by our mayor and our commission to ensuring that we have the resources necessary to complete our mission. And collectively, it showcases our commitment to our residents to deliver premier emergency services. It also showcases a unique tradition. With the opening of this building, this is our 4th location on Salzedo Street. So they should at least name that street Fire Department Row, as just a half a block away was our first Fire Station 1. This building is our new home to the fire station, but as has been mentioned before, it is our administration and home to our Emergency Operations Center. So it certainly represents continuity and resiliency of not only our government, but that of our neighbors. Speaking of resiliency, this project, as it was mentioned before, began January of 2019. It was completed on time despite the many challenges of historical proportion that we have faced. It is a great example of the perseverance and commitment to excellence of our city manager, Peter Iglesias, and our city staff, and thank you to all of them. I'd like to thank the men and women of the Coral Gables Fire Department for their efforts as we begin to write our next chapter in our proud history. Welcome today to our house. Thank you to the construction partners and all involved for making this a reality, especially the Public Works Department, Ernesto Pino, Walter Lesser, and Eddie Lamas. I feel that we're your biggest customer, and thank you very much for all your efforts. And lastly, as I began, I end. I thank you, Mr. Mayor, Vice Mayor, and the Commission for your commitment to our mission. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief. I know somewhere out here we have your great fire dog, so let's give a nod to our great Dalmatian. Our next speaker, yes, of course. When's the last time you were out in public and got to clap for something? Clap away. Next, I'm pleased to introduce our police chief, Mr. Edward J. Hudak, Jr. This is a man to most of us who needs no introduction. But since heading south from Pennsylvania to study at the University of Miami around a few decades ago, we'll say, Chief Hudak has been an integral part of our Coral Gables community. He has enjoyed a long and distinguished career in both law enforcement and in serving our community. where for the past 34 years he has worked through the ranks in every aspect of police work in our city. He was appointed Chief of Police 5.5 years ago and currently leads a team of more than 310 public servants. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my favorite hurricane, Chief Ed Hudak.
So, Commissioner Regalado, I have an idea. Let's rename Salzedo Police Place instead of the fire department, because they've got 4 buildings, I got 1. So, gotcha. Honorable Mayor, City Commissioners, my bosses, Commissioner Regalado, Mr. Manager, Madam Attorney, Mr. Clerk, thank you all for sharing this very special day with us, but most especially for your support, both personally and professionally, of the department for the past few years. I want to send a very special thank you to my immediate boss, the city manager. Peter Iglesias is known for a lot of different things, and here's one thing that I know absolutely is unquestionable. He can build some things. And this is his building. And I have to tell you, boss, what you've done from the beginning through the adjustments and through the support of our commission, allowing us to make some of the adjustments that we had to make, we do have a state-of-the-art home for your police and fire departments. Your tenacity, your dedication, and your vision for this building and for your personal vigilance, I owe you a debt of gratitude that I don't know how I can repay. We're almost at the end of the program, and I've been asked to keep my remarks short, but most of you know me much better than that. I've been a police officer for our city for over 30 years, and days like today mean a lot to me personally. I am extremely proud to share this milestone moment with our officers, our fire department, our communications operators who answer those calls in the middle of the night, our records clerks who, what you don't know, for the last year and a half have been digitizing documents going back to the 1950s before we got to this building so they can be across and make sure that our legacy continues digitally. Our administrative staff that makes it extremely important for us to do our jobs of protecting and saving lives. The victims of crimes, and yes, this is their house. This is your house. This is just a place that we stay. I can sincerely tell you that this architecturally beautiful structure next to me is a place where lives will be changed forever, where our employees will collaborate to solve those worst-case crimes. It's been enriched with tradition on the part of all who have worked, who many of them are here from our police department, and who currently work here now. So you see, for us today is not just a dedication of a building. It is the continuation of a legacy. As Chief De La Rosa said, if you step out, you can see the first stalls where the horses were in 1926 when the first department was built at Salzedo and Alhambra. Then on to what you know as the museum, then to 2801, and now here. It is a deep legacy here in Coral Gables. And I am proud to help continue that legacy today. I hope that standing here today is some of my officers that will proudly tell the story to his or her troops on the day that this building was dedicated to the tradition of the Coral Gables Police Department and its continued success. So as we cut the ribbon today, we appreciate the efforts of all those who made this possible. And please indulge me for a second. We've touched on the city staff, but I can tell you no one here makes a decision unless this person and her department says we can do it. Diana Gomez and your finance team, we thank you so much. Keith Kleinman, all of your staff, to keep us above water, not just with this building, but what we do every day. And of course, the Queen of Procurement, Celeste Walker. Nothing gets bought unless Celeste says it's okay. To my personal staff, I want to recognize one of my immediate staff members. Major Raul Pedrosa was tasked about 1.5 years ago to coordinate the moving of some 300 employees from the police side over into the new building. Major Pedrosa has been working on this move that started December 10th for about 1.5 years. And along at his side has been Lieutenant Luna, Sergeant Nunez, Sergeant Baina, the training staff, our own financial wizard, Kritzia, who I had to tell her the other day to stop installing things. She's my finance person, so stop trying to build water fountains and things like that. And my immediate community affairs, Kelly Denham, Sergeant Escobar. That's what the team that comes together. That's who's going to be housed here. So again, as we cut the ribbon today, we also recommit to all of you that we will continue to do what we can to take our police department to another level of service, to a promise to all of you that today it's not about the building as much as it is about our commitment to excellence and legacy. Thank you again for being here.
Thank you, Chiefs, for your remarks. I understand that after the program there will be tours, and I invite you to try out Chief Hudak's new bathroom. It's now my pleasure to introduce our mayor. Mayor Raul Valdez-Fali, we know you are going to be leaving us in April, but thankfully you are not done yet, sir. I can honestly say that it's been a privilege and an honor to work closely with you throughout these last few years and always appreciate your support of our business community here in Coral Gables. We thank you for your tireless dedication to our community and for your passion for the City Beautiful. You will be missed when your term comes to an end in April, but I hope that you will continue to be involved and engaged and sharing your passion for Coral Gables. Please join me at the podium and welcome Mayor Raul Valdez-Fali, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much, everybody. It is definitely a pleasure to be here with so many distinguished members of our community. Before I recognize some people, I want to thank Manny Cadre, who's here with us, and Hermano Codina, who couldn't be here, who made this possible, the beginning of this possible, by making this land available to us. Manny and Armando, you're our heroes today. Thank you. And I'm honored to be here with many distinguished guests, Commissioner Regalado, who is very, very kind to be here with us, former Mayors Kaysen and Slesnik. And it is indeed a celebration, a new landmark in our City Beautiful, a much-awaited police and fire headquarters, our new public safety building. Thank God we're here and not in the former building, which was falling apart the day it was built. Public safety is a hallmark of the services of any government. It is the most important service we can provide to our residents. And we're proud to offer a level of service with our firefighters, our police, that demonstrate our high quality in Coral Gables. For those of you who live and work here and those who visit and to enjoy our wonderful amenities, you can go about your daily activities with peace of mind without undue worry about the threats to safety and well-being. The delivery of our most important services, maintaining order or providing emergency service, is due to these very, very fine people. And thanks to them and in honor of them, we are providing this wonderful facility. The building is dedicated to the needs of first responders, our police and firefighters, communications, training staff, our information technology, and all of those who serve our city. I'm proud of the structure, and I invite you to take a tour. I was given a 4-hour tour yesterday, and I almost died. I needed rescue, but it is a wonderful facility. And if you're lucky, the chief of police will make you the best cup of coffee you ever had in the city of Coral Gables. This building represents much more than stone and mortar. It is the home of the heart and soul of our community. It supports our residents when they need assistance, when they most need assistance, and it also serves, as was told before, our surrounding communities and the University of Miami. The past 12 months have been very, very challenging with COVID and with other crises. But this is a wonderful beginning of a new year, and I hope that this continues and is a forebearer for the future. I'm departing in April, but I'm proud that this is the biggest public project in Coral Gables since the Biltmore Hotel was built in 1925. And I'm proud that this is my biggest edification in Coral Gables. To the contractors and those who worked on the project, thank you for a job well done. To the police, fire, our chiefs, our emergency management, and all of those who serve here, I hope you're as proud of this facility as I am. And now, as a point of personal privilege, I would like to ask Ernesto Pino, who has ably led the construction manager of this building, to join me on stage. Ernesto? Ernesto, everybody who has spoken about this building sings your praises. I used to ask every Monday when I meet with the city manager about the building, the progress, and he always was very, very complimentary. And as part of the inauguration, I'd like to present you with a key to the city in recognition of your commitment, hard work, and I know that my colleagues on the city commissioner and the city manager join me in saluting you.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's have a picture taken. Where do we stand?
Right here.
Thank you, of course. And I invite you to participate in the ribbon cutting. Thank you very, very much for being with us in this momentous occasion. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Congratulations, Ernesto. I'm now going to ask our mayor, vice mayor, Commissioners Forrest, Keon, and Mena, and Chiefs Hudak and De La Rosa to please step down from the platform. We're going to head over for the ribbon cutting. Of course, our city manager and members of the platform party. Apologies, if you all would wait one quick moment, we're going to do the benediction first. Thank you, Martha. Let's welcome back to the podium Reverend Arnold Perry to help close today's formal program, and then we will ask everyone to join us. Remember that he serves as our chaplain for both the fire and police departments. Once again, welcome back, Reverend Perry.
Kelly told me I had 15 seconds to get everybody over to the ribbon cutting, so here we go. Dear God, today we thank you for this very beautiful public safety building. We asked you to bless the building and everybody who uses it. We've thanked everybody who helped design and had any help in constructing it. We've also asked it to get activities in this building, build up our community spirit. As we leave this place now, with the following praise and thank you for giving us this safe and secure place for those whose calling is to serve and protect all of us. May your blessing go with us as we go to the ribbon cutting, and we now leave with a sense of peace and pride and thankfulness.
All right, get in.
Fantastic work. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for coming out today on this beautiful Friday afternoon. I want to remind you we have some tours of the new building if you'd like to participate in that. Just ask that you